In today's video, I will be continuing my realistic offseason rebuild series going in order of the real life draft picks in the first round. The Dallas Cowboys have pick number 24, so today we'll be rebuilding them. I do have a playlist of these offseason rebuilds. If you want to go back, you can watch all of them, starting with the first pick. It's going to be the Carolina Panthers. Technically, they're supposed to have the first pick, but obviously they don't because they traded it to the Bears. So I just went ahead and did them first, and then I did the Bears after that, and then it's everyone in order all the way up to pick number 24 that we're doing the Cowboys right now. The Cowboys have decided to keep Mike McCarthy for the last year of his contract. We're going to be running the Cowboys offensive playbook for that reason. It's a West Coast zone run scheme. We're setting an 84% scheme fit on that. Defensively, Dan Quinn left to go be the head coach for the Washington Commanders. They hired Mike Zimmer as their defensive coordinator. He hasn't been in the NFL since 2021, so I'm not sure what his playbook is going to be, so I'm just going to stick with the Dallas Cowboys playbook on defense for now. And it's a 4-3 scheme, and we're setting that 83% scheme fit on that. The newest update on Madden franchise has it at Super Bowl week without the game actually being played, so I did have to force the Chiefs to win, so the score is not accurate, but all the other teams and scores that you see are accurate, so the draft is going to be in realistic order. This rebuild is going to be starting right after the Super Bowl ended. We will be using the realistic draft class. As you can see, we got Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Marvin Harrison Jr., all other players coming out of college in this year's draft in real life. I've gone through and manually updated the Cowboys roster to match what they've done in real life, and honestly it was the easiest one I've done so far because they haven't done crap. All they've done is release players. They re-signed Rico Dowdle, so that's the best running back they have on their team. Offensive line looks terrible. We need to do something at center and left tackle for sure. Defensively, the only thing they did was sign Eric Kendricks, and they also brought back Jordan Lewis at corner. So the defense is actually not looking bad. Pretty much set at all the positions on there. We just need to focus on offense. So I'm going to be going into the draft from here. Definitely need to do something at offensive line, center, left tackle, and running back are number one priorities for sure. Here in the first round of the draft, we have pick 24. I'm definitely taking right tackle Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma. He's 6'8", 322 pounds. He's a power guy. He'll be starting for us at left tackle. We pretty much have no other choice. He is 22 years old. He has solid acceleration, great agility, elite change of direction, elite jumping, good speed, solid strength. He has A's on a lot of things over here and has the potential to have A in a couple other things. He's got hidden depth with 85 strength. Here in the second round, I'm going to draft running back Jonathan Brooks from Texas. He's 6 foot, 216 pounds. He's an elusive back scheme fit. Says that we're a top fit for him. And let's see, he is 20 years old, so he's really young. He has great acceleration, solid agility, good change of direction, elite jumping with good speed, good strength. He's got A ball carrier vision, B spin move, B stiff arm, B carrying. He's got hidden depth, 92 speed with 76 strength. Got a new starting running back. Third round, I'm going to draft this right guard, Zach Zenter from Michigan. He is 6'6", 309 pounds. He's an agile scheme fit. 23 years old, he has solid acceleration, good agility, elite change of direction, great jumping, solid speed, solid strength. He has B's and a lot of stuff and the potential to have A in a few things. Not bad for a third round pick. He's got hidden depth, nice, 86 strength. I simulated the rest of the draft picks because all we had was 2 7th rounders left. In the first round, we took right tackle Tyler Guyton. He's a 72 overall. He's going to be starting for us right away, most likely at left tackle. He is 22 years old. He has hidden depth. He has 85 strength, 76 run block, 82 pass block, 78 run block power, 76 run block finesse. In the second round, we took running back Jonathan Brooks from Texas. He's actually a 76 overall. Dang, that's really high. I haven't drafted him, so I didn't know how good he was, but he's 20 years old, hidden depth, 86 break tackle, 92 speed, 93 acceleration, 87 agility with 87 carrying. And he has 86 change of direction with 79 trucking. In the third round, we took right guard Zach Zenter from Michigan. He is a 69 overall, kinda low, but he's still gonna be starting for us right away because I think our starting center is like a 50 right now. He is 23 years old. He has hidden depth, 86 strength, 78 run block, 78 pass block. This is gonna be the starting lineup for this season. At quarterback, we got Dak Prescott going into the last year of his contract. The Cowboys have not re-signed him to an extension yet. I don't know if they're going to or not. I don't know if they know if they're going to or not, but that's where we're at right now. He's an 88 with X Factor. At running back, we got rookie Brooks starting for us. He's a 76 with hidden dev. Backing him up is going to be Rico Dowdle, 73 with normal dev. CeeDee Lamb's our number one receiver. He's a 98 with X Factor. Jalen Tolbert's going to be in the slot since they decided to release Michael Gallup. He's a 74 with normal dev. Brandon Cooks, 80 overall with star devs, our number 2 receiver. At tight end, we got Ferguson. He's a 80 with star. Backing up, Schoonmaker, 68 with star. At right tackle, we have Terrence Steele, 74 with normal div. Zach Martin at right guard, 98 with superstar div. We drafted Zach Zenter. He's going to be starting for us at center. He's a 67 with hidden div. At left guard, we got Tyler Smith. He's an 87 with star. And we drafted Guyton at left tackle in the first round. He's a 72 with hidden div, starting for us right away. Defensively, the best player overall is Micah Parsons, 97 with X Factor at defensive end. Oso Digizua is our defensive tackle, 78 with normal. And then Mozzie Smith, first round pick from last year, hasn't lived up to expectations yet. He's a 72 with star dev as our second defensive tackle. DeMarcus Lawrence been on the Cowboys for like 10 years now, still having really good seasons. He's a 91 with superstar dev. At middle linebacker, they signed Eric Kendricks in free agency to come over and basically run Mike Zimmer's defense since he used to play with them in Minnesota. He's a 79 with normal div. I moved Marquise Bell to outside linebacker. He's a 79 with normal div. They had him at middle linebacker, but he's only like 205 pounds. Really, I think that he should be playing safety, but they already have two pretty good safeties, so we have a need at outside linebacker, so that's why I put him there. Damone Clark, other outside linebacker, is a 75 with star. Malik Hooker at free safety is an 85 overall with only normal div. You don't really see that too often in Madden. And then at strong safety, we got Donovan Wilson. He's a 70 or 82 with star div. At cornerback, we got Trayvon Diggs coming back off of injury. He's 89 with superstar. He's our #1 corner. Deron Bland having a crazy season. Had the most pick six in one season last year. He's an 89 with star dev as our #2 corner. And they re-signed Jordan Lewis, and he's going to be our slot corner, 75 with normal div. For the season goal, I'm setting it to win the Super Bowl. I think that's what the goal is going to be in real life for the Cowboys this season, since Mike McCarthy's on the last year of his contract and Dak Prescott's on the last year of his contract as well. I think that if they don't do something big, that they're most likely both going to be gone. Here at the midseason point, week 8, we are actually 6-1, off to a great start, leading the division. The Commanders are 5-2, the Eagles are 3-3, and the Giants are 0-6. I've been simulating week by week, and there hasn't been any development trait upgrade possibilities. There hasn't been any weekly awards. There hasn't been any like big injuries going on, so I haven't shown anything. Let's go see what the stats are looking like halfway through the season real quick. Dak Prescott has 1,800 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's kind of high. 70% completion with the 100 rating, so not bad overall. Running back Jonathan Brooks having a pretty decent rookie season for Madden simulation. Typically, rookie running backs in Madden simulation have a terrible yards per carry. It's usually like 3.5 or lower. It's only the first half of the season, so it could definitely get lower, but he has 500 yards, 4 yards per carry with 7 touchdowns. Pretty good. CeeDee Lamb has 600 yards with 5 touchdowns. Brandon Cooks 400 yards with 2 touchdowns. Defensively, Eric Kendricks leading the team in tackles. Not surprising there, 44. Damone Clark has 42 sacks. DeMarcus Lawrence has 3.5. Micah Parsons only has 1.5 sacks. That is terrible. Jordan Lewis 2 interceptions. Deron Bland with 2. Currently at week 13, we are 10-1, still leading the division. We just beat the Browns 38-28, and we have a weekly award here finally, so let's see who it's for. Dak Prescott at quarterback, 315 yards passing with 1 touchdown, and he also had 50 rushing yards with 1 touchdown. The very next week, week 14, we just beat the Giants 45-21. We got another weekly award here, so let's see who it's going to be for. It is Cooper Rush at quarterback. What the heck? 239 passing yards with 4 touchdowns. What happened to Dak Prescott? Looking at the injury report, and it says that there's no injuries, so for whatever reason, Dak Prescott didn't play in that game. Looking at the box score from that game, Dak Prescott did play in the game. He had 93 yards passing with 1 touchdown and no interception, so maybe he just got injured in the game and just couldn't play the rest of the game, so Cooper Rush came in. Here at week 18, we are 14-2. We're definitely going to win the division because this is the last week of the season. We just beat the Giants 27-21, and we got another weekly award here. Let's see who it's going to be. Dak Prescott, 299 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. He also had 8 carries for 40 yards rushing. End of the regular season, we finished 15-2, won the division. The Eagles went 11-6, and the Commanders went 10-7, so it was a pretty competitive division. The Giants went 2-15, one of the worst teams in the entire NFL. We got a weekly award. We just beat the 49ers 42-35. That's how you know it's unrealistic. The Cowboys never beat the 49ers. So we won the weekly award here. Dak Prescott, once again, 464 yards passing with 5 touchdowns. And he also had a rushing touchdown on top of that. That's a crazy game. Let's check out the season stats here. We're the second ranked offense. Dak third in passing, second in passing touchdowns. Defensively ranked 27th. Dak Prescott, 4,400 yards passing with 37 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 71% completion with the 111 rating. Pretty good season by him. And then Cooper Rush with his one game had 4 passing touchdowns. Crazy. Jonathan Brooks, the rookie running back, had a pretty good season. I mean, that's a pretty great season, really. 277 carries, 1,200 yards rushing, 4.4 per carry with 14 touchdowns. The Cowboys can get something like that from a rookie running back in real life. That's Ezekiel Elliott-like numbers right there. Dak Prescott, 490 rushing yards with 3 touchdowns. Rico Dowdle had 6 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, CeeDee Lamb, 114 catches for 1,600 yards and 17 touchdowns. Dude is a beast. Brandon Cooks, 74 catches, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Jalen Tolbert, 71 catches, 800 yards with 7 touchdowns. Jake Ferguson, 74 catches for 770 yards with 5 touchdowns. And the rookie running back had 44 catches, 338 yards with 3 touchdowns. Great production on offense. Defensively, Damone Clark led the team in tackles with 118. Trayvon Diggs and Eric Kendricks both had 90 for the second most. Tackles for loss, Micah Parsons had 14. Sacks, Micah Parsons led the team with 9. That's a pretty low number for him, but being that he only had 1.5 sacks in the first 7 games of the season, ended up with 9, I'm pretty happy with that. Odigizua at defensive tackle having 8 tackles is pretty awesome. DeMarcus Lawrence, 7.5 sacks. That's a solid production from the 10-year vet. Jordan Lewis had 1.5. Golston had 1.5. Mozzie Smith had 1. Interceptions, Deron Bland with 5. Jordan Lewis had 2, along with Marquise Bell, Donovan Wilson, and Trayvon Diggs. And then we got Damone Clark, Eric Kendricks, and Damian Wilson all with 1 interception. We do have a first round bye week in the playoffs since we had the best record in the NFC. We got the Buccaneers going against the Falcons, the Packers against the Commanders, and the 49ers against the Eagles. So that means that 3 out of the 4 teams in the NFC East made it into the playoffs. So that's pretty much half of the playoff teams. That's crazy. I wanted to see what the dev traits were for these rookies. And at center, Zach Zenter is a star dev, Guyton is a star dev, and Brooks is also a star dev. So they all just had star. But Brooks is already up to 84 at running back, having a crazy season. Here in the divisional round of the playoffs, we're going against the Cowboys' #1 arch nemesis, enemy, whatever you want to call it, rival, the San Francisco 49ers. They finished 9-8 with their loaded roster. That is not realistic. But most likely the Cowboys are going to lose to them because they always do in the playoffs. On the other side, we have the Buccaneers against the Packers. The Cowboys actually managed to beat the 49ers 28-16, going to the NFC Championship game against the 10-7 Green Bay Packers here. Packers just beat the Buccaneers 28-23. On the other side, we have the Bengals against the Bills in the AFC Championship game. The Bills just beat the Chiefs. We actually have a breakout opportunity for a defensive lineman here in a playoff game. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's going to be for Osa Odigizua. Hold the Packers to less than 100 rushing yards or get Osa Odigizua 1 interception, forced fumble, tackle for loss, or sack. Unfortunately, we lost to the Packers 35-31 in the NFC Championship game. It was a pretty close game though. Dak Prescott had a pretty good game, 111 rating, 268 yards, passing with 3 touchdowns, and he did throw 1 interception. He got sacked twice. Jordan Love, 92 rating with 270 yards, passing 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Did not get sacked at all. Jonathan Brooks led all running backs with 76 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. Aaron Jones had 68 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. Receiving, CeeDee Lamb had 8 catches for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns, so the dude balled out for sure. Jalen Tolbert, 79 yards, 0 touchdowns. Brandon Cooks had 67 yards with 1 touchdown. Almost forgot about the breakout opportunity for Osa Odigizua. Let's see if we got it. I don't think that we did. Not gonna lie, that game was a humbling experience for me. Maybe I'm better suited as a role player at this point in my career. Dang, dude, just dragging himself through the mud. The Bengals absolutely destroyed the Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl 59-10. Joe Burrow won Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the regular season with the Chiefs. Mike McCarthy won Coach of the Year with the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb won Offensive Player of the Year with the Cowboys. Nice. Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year with the Rams, even though he retired in real life. Jonathan Brooks, Offensive Rookie of the Year with the Cowboys. Nice. He definitely deserved that. And then Jared Verse won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Commanders. This is what the final team is looking like. Dak Prescott has a huge morale boost, +6 right now, so he's currently up to a 94 with X Factor. Jonathan Brooks at running back is up to superstar dev, 86 overall, going into his 2nd season. Dude had a crazy season. CeeDee Lamb, 99 overall with X Factor. Jalen Tolbert's up to a 77 with normal. Brandon Cooks, he did have star deb. He's down to normal deb, but he's still a 79 overall. Jake Ferguson's up to superstar deb. Nice. 83 overall at tight end. And then Terrence Steele at right tackle is a 74 with normal deb. Zach Martin's a 98 with superstar. Center Zenter is a 74 with star. Tyler Smith's a 90 with star at left guard. And then Guyton at left tackle is a 78 with star. Defensively, Micah Parsons at 99 X Factor. Odigizua is at 80 with normal deb. Mozzie Smith is a 74. He still has star deb somehow. Demarcus Lawrence at defensive end is an 88 with star. I think he had superstar before, so he regressed a little bit. Deron Bland has surpassed Trayvon Diggs as the best overall cornerback, but he has a +3 morale boost, so he's at 93 overall. Trayvon Diggs is at 92 with star deb, and he has a +2 morale boost. Jordan Lewis is a 74 with normal deb. Malik Hooker's still at 85 with normal deb. That's so crazy to see someone 85 overall with just normal deb. You think he would have at least star. Damone Clark, outside linebacker, is a 78 with star. Eric Kendricks, he's starting to regress now. He's at 75 with normal deb, but he does have a +3 morale boost, so technically he's a 72 overall. Marquise Bell, outside linebacker, 81 with normal. And then Donovan Wilson, that strong safety, is at 83 with star. Overall, I think it was a pretty good rebuild. Obviously, we didn't get the goal that we wanted to win the Super Bowl, but we did make it to the NFC Championship, something the Cowboys have not done since the last time they won the Super Bowl. So if that happened in real life, I think that Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy would probably both be back on contract extensions, new contracts. The draft that we had, we just got really lucky. We got a star running back in the second round. We drafted our new starting left tackle for the next 10 or 15 years in the first round. And we got a pretty good center in the third round, so the draft actually hit pretty well for us. That's gonna be it for the video. If you like what you saw, do me a favor and please subscribe to the channel. I'm on the road to 1,000 subs right now. I'm getting pretty close. Hit the like button, that also helps the channel out. Say something down in the comments. What do you think the Cowboys are gonna do in the draft? Do you think they're gonna go after offensive lineman, running back? What do you think? Appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.